Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of No Fluff Arc Breaking News with your girl, Angelic Vixen. In this episode, we are going to break down so much information about what's coming, it's going to blow your mind. So let's get right into it. This is so much fun. I love when Wildcard does this because I'm like, I love challenges, I love puzzles, and they're giving us puzzles, and that just makes my heart so happy. We spend hours working on this. Okay, so let's start with the very first thing. We got a new code, okay? And the way you break it down, it reads, init AP uplink. Now, speculation is that it's Arat Prime, and we have been actually following the story of Arat Prime this whole time. A lot of you may not realize that if you didn't look at the coding inside Extinction in the city that's hanging, and basically it brings up Arat Prime quite a bit. Now, the first time, though, that I actually heard about Arat Prime, because I didn't know about it initially, it didn't dawn on me to try to figure out what the coding meant in Extinction until this video popped up last year. First video last year about Arat Prime, specifically saying 100% proof. Boom, drop the mic. One of the best YouTubers out there literally called it. The link to the video is in the description below. Go over there and watch it. It will blow your mind. When I saw it last year, I was skeptical because, again, you never know with Wildcard if they're going to follow through on their own lore. So the lore was there because I always read, everything, because we've done, like when we were doing the Helena series, and you see it, you're like, well, that is what it says, but they're saying this is the final DLC based on Earth, not realizing based on Earth means there are possibly two parts to this ending, meaning Extinction came and now Arat Prime. This is way better news, in my opinion, than my speculation and opinion yesterday was an Ascension for Scorched Earth. I knew it was going to be something new to experience. I just didn't know what. And you know what? I was wrong. And I'm totally okay with that. Like, I have no shame in that. I was just trying to come up with ideas. And you know what I loved yesterday? You guys wrote so many comments, so much brainstorming going on. You guys are like literally the best. Seriously, the best. All right, and you guys know I love to give shout outs to people, the people who first come up with stuff. It's like not about ego and pride. It's about celebration of the ARC community, the ARC YouTubers, everybody. We're all one big family, even if there is, problems amongst us. It's silly though. It really is silly. These people came up with the rest of this information at the beginning of the year. And the link to where this is all located is in the description below. I highly recommend going over and reading all of the things that they figured out, because it really does take you on this incredible journey into what Arat Prime very well could be and most likely will be, and the experiences that we will get to have in the future. I truly believe the countdown is for the release of the trailer. I don't think they're going to release it yet because that date comes out on a Thursday. They usually do releases on a Tuesday. I could be wrong, and that's fine, but that's just something that I wanted to share with you, that it's more common for them to come out with stuff on a Tuesday versus a Thursday. But I think it's going to be the release of the trailer. Clearly, they've been working on this the entire time because all of this stuff takes years of work, right? But when they released Extinction, clearly they had already started on the second part of it because they had to plan it out. It had to be a big plan. And oh my goodness, huge shout out to everyone who wrote the stuff in this forum. You spent so much time and energy to break it down. You guys are real ARC heroes. I'm serious. Thank you so much. Huge shout out to you guys. The link again is in the description below. I highly recommend it when you have some time to go over there and read it. It's well worth it. It's a really great read. It's funny when things are right in front of your face and you don't see them. This scene is the end scene when you beat Aberration, and I did a Aberration cinematic. It was back when I was practicing before I started taking film school classes to improve my editing skills. I was really trying to understand how to do a cinematic, and I did the cinematic with Rockwell and music and all this stuff, and it was really interesting. But I remember mentioning, wow, whenever we get the last DLC, that looks like a crazy mess to be dealing with, right? So then when we got Extinction, one of the very first videos that I did, I brought it up. I said, this doesn't look like what I imagined it to look like because of what we saw at the end of Aberration, which of course I fixated on because I did that cinematic. So, I was trying to incorporate that feeling. And when we got Extinction, I was like, I don't see that. It's not there. But it just never clicked. It really didn't click. But yet the evidence was right there. So what I'm taking from this is, you know, honestly, I'm impressed with wildcards. Sometimes they just kind of blow my mind, almost like they're playing 4D chess. They're screwing with us, right? Because they actually plant the seeds in our subconscious by putting stuff there. Just some of us don't process it as fast. I didn't process it as fast, even though I clearly saw it in this image, and I knew that it didn't look like Extinction. I went with what they said. That was the final DLC for, you know, what we believe to be the very end, but it's not. And I'm excited. I'm very excited because that looks miserable. That looks absolutely miserable. Do I hope that there's water, more bodies of water? Of course. But that alone looks like it will be definitely a very new experience. We're clearly going to get new stuff. I'm going to assume, because of the way that looks, maybe it's a lot more tech. That would be really cool, and that would be really fun. I can't wait to see what it turns out to be. I cannot wait to read the comments to see what you guys think this is going to turn into. So yeah, I'm very excited about the changes coming. So I'm wondering when it's going to come out. My theory and my opinion is that we're looking at maybe the fall or possibly the end of the year. I think they're going to give themselves several more months to fine tune it. I could be wrong, and that's perfectly fine. I'm just giving you my thoughts. I feel like it's going to be a few months out because they're going to let basically Valguero keep us, you know, busy for a few months. They're estimating that it'll only last a few months because they didn't give very much to the official version. Because unless you can get that extra mod, you pretty much are really limited on, you know, the experiences in Valguero. But I think it's going to be at least a couple months out before we actually get the release of Arat Prime. But what do you guys think? Do you think that they're going to let Valguero kind of like hold us over for a few months? I feel like they planned it perfectly, and it was probably their model. It was like, okay, we're going to give them a fan base map that'll get them, you know, 4 or 5 months of entertainment and some new experiences. And then we'll give them a new DLC that you guys have to pay for, kind of thing, basically going along with the season pass and so on and so forth. Hopefully, right? I mean, but I want to definitely hear what you guys think. That is my thoughts on it, that it's not going to come out when the countdown, you know, ends. It's going to be the release of their trailer, because I feel like they would have enough done to present us with a trailer. But again, for me, what's most important is to hear you guys, you know, express your thoughts and opinions so we can have that dialogue, so we can hopefully figure it out beforehand. And that's always exciting and fun. You know, it's like pieces to a puzzle, and then you finally get the picture and you're like, you know, so pretty. Anyway, I love this, because that means that the future of Ark is continuing, and with that makes my heart happy, because I can't imagine not having this game in my life, and that is the truth. I've never been this attached to a video game. I mean, I've always enjoyed gaming, but there's something about Ark that is so captivating that it really does keep people playing for years on ends. You know, complete diehard fans of this game. So it's impressive, and I'm excited, and I can't wait to talk to you guys in the comments. So that's it for this episode of No Fluff Ark Breaking News. I intend to keep them short and straight to the point. If you like that sort of thing, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I will be uploading these every week. If you found yourself liking this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really means a lot to me. As always, thank you so very much for watching. Love you guys, and until next time, keep surviving.
My work saved the human race.